Drake is the GOAT. Love him or hate him, can't deny that he's been one of the monsters, one of the big dogs in the R&B world, R&B space for the past 12 years, 15 years now. I don't know. But his early album, Take Care, his recent album, Some Sexy Songs For You, really inspired me to get into my R&B bag. You feel me? Songs like Over My Dead Body, Take Care, Look What You've Done from that old Take Care album really inspired me to get into this emotional R&B Drake vibey type samples. You feel me? So today I'll be showing you how I make emotional Drake R&B samples. You feel me? Full process in FL Studio. You feel me? So if you do like the sample, it's actually available in my latest loop kit, Toxic Hours. I will leave a link to that in the description down below if you guys are interested in that joint. And make sure to hit that subscribe button too if you guys like me. I'm a pretty likable guy, so I wouldn't see why you wouldn't. I'm playing. So subscribe button up. You feel me? When we part of that prosper gang. And without further ado, man, let's get right to it.
I know what you can go and do, and I'm someone you can hold on to. Gotta make some different choices. I'll be where you need me now. Take a breath and let it out. Don't listen to the voices.
So let's dive right in it. So this sample is in 87 BPM and it is in the key of D minor, but I made it in F minor. After I finished it, I just pitched it down 3 semitones. So the first sound that we're gonna dive in today is this little piano. I'll show you guys the sound I used. It was this Keyscape softest piano preset, LA Custom softest piano preset. So I'll let you guys hear the sound of it. Fire. Yeah, so what I did basically is this whole progression is a 1 3 4 6 3 4 chord progression. So it looks kind of crazy right here, but basically I'll show you guys what I inverted. I just did a lot of inversions right here, so I'll show you guys what I did. I inverted these down, and I inverted these. Yeah, so this is how it originally looked. You know, so you got your 1, and then you got your 3, you got your 4, and then you got your 6. Yeah, then 3 and then 4. Oh, that's all there is to it. This is the F minor, R1. I like to turn on snap to scale when I lay down chords, and you just lay down one note, and then snap to scale makes it so that you can't go out of key the whole scale. So you just skip one note in the scale. You have snap to scale. Boom. Boom. Literally all you do. So F minor, just 4 chords. I'm sorry, 4 notes. Because we just do 7th chords for this chord progression. Just made it sound more tame. We only did 1 layer of bass notes too, which is the original root notes. But I had a bunch of these notes kind of like every which way that were kind of outside of the rest of the notes. So what I did is I inverted them. So these notes right here, I just highlighted them and I hit Control down to invert them, again to make them closer to all the rest of the notes. And same thing with this one, Control down, inverted down an octave. And just makes it closer to the rest of the notes. And then for this A sharp and this G sharp in the 3rd and 5th chord, inverted it up. So same thing, hit Control up. Again, just to make them closer to all the rest of the notes. And these notes sound really good together because this little G sharp is kind of creating tension between all the chords, making the sound in unison, for lack of better words. Also, this pattern going down right here also helps it sound smooth. But basically, if I were to invert these back, I can show you guys why. Another reason it sounds so good is because when you flip, when you get a major chord next to a minor chord, or a minor chord next to a major chord, it hits the ear really good. I can't really go any deeper. I don't really, it just sounds really good all the time. So I love making that correlation, that connection. So we start off with a minor chord, go into a major, go into a minor, go into a major, go into a major, go into a minor. So a little correlation really, really sounds good, usually all the time. So that's why I have this little major minor correlation going on. Really easy to make good sounding chord progressions that way. But a big thing I want to focus on to make this sound like that Drake R&B type vibe, especially from the old Drake Take Care vibe, was I put these chord hits on the grid. I made it on time. So this rhythm is relatively simple. There's not any crazy rhythm changes with the chords. What I mean by that is this is just half bar, 1 bar, 1.5, 2. So the first 4 chords are hitting every half bar. And then we got 2 chord hits right here that's just a bar long each. But they're all on the grid, or on time, so to speak. So that is a huge trick to make it simpler, because simplicity is key. make a chord progression simpler and make them sound like that old Drake vibe. Make them on the grid, on time. That is key for sure. And yeah, the inversions make them sound more closer together, which just hits the ear better instead of having to bounce up and down octaves. Yeah. But after all that, I just strummed and randomized them. So as you can see, just do Control A, Alt S to bring up the strummizer, and then boom, it'll make it sound like you're strumming the chorus, a little more realistic. And then while they're all highlighted, I hit Alt R to mess with the velocities, randomize the velocities. Those two things make the chords sound more human. Yeah, that's all we got for that little piano progression. I'll show you guys how I mixed it. So the first effect we have on it is Valhalla Vintage Verb, set at 30% mix. Then we have Decimor. And this kind of took a lot of the high end out, but it's a down sampler. So it's not actually taking the high end out, it's just completely messing with the bit rate of the sample. So it's distorting the sound, you know, taking out all the high end just completely, like it's just non-existent. And so this MPC 60 preset for Decimor, we made a cut at 3800 hertz, 3900 hertz. So yeah, after that, we just got an EQ, taking out some lows, taking some low mids, and rolling on some highs. I always have my EQs after everything. For this next sound, I have this pad. And for this pad, it's this strange pad sound. This classic synth key from Impulse Audio's Sound Toolkit and Lock Lab Bank. Beautiful sound, so I'll let you guys hear the sound one time. Fire. So honestly, yeah, it's just the same exact chords copied from that piano. So nothing crazy. They literally same exact chords. Sometimes I change them, sometimes I don't. But yeah, that one I did not change. So we'll go into the effects for that pad. Valhalla Vintage Verb set at 75% mix, so I got a good amount of reverb on that joint. Got Decimor on this one. Again, the MPC 60 preset. And this cut is at 4600 hertz, so a little more light, but still downsampling it. And an EQ taking out some lows, taking some low mids, and boosting some highs, because this sound, the highs weren't as prominent as I'd like them to be. So I did boost them 3 dB, 2700 hertz to be specific. And we'll go to the bass for this B section. So the bass for this B section was from Araya Sounds, R&B Essentials and Lock Lab Bank, and it is his Wexler synth bass. It's a cool sound. Cool sound. So I will let you guys hear the progression right now. Bass line. So, nothing too magical here. I'm actually literally just copying the bass notes from my chord progression into this bass. I want to stop y'all just for a moment. My new loop kit, Toxic Hours, did just drop. 30 R&B samples, perfect for that late night Drake R&B vibe. You feel me? Kind of like we're diving in right now. Yeah, perfect, man. If you guys want more samples like this one, it is actually this sample is actually in that kit. So if you want that, the loop for that will be available in the description down below. You feel me? So much love. Let's get back to the video. So all there is to it. The thing that I did change though in my basses, I don't just copy the exact chords, just paste it in the bass and that's that. The velocities in my bass, if I do that, are usually like every which way. So I don't like my bass hitting like with crazy different velocities. So what I do is I just hit Control A and I hit Alt. I'm sorry, you gotta have your mouse on like the piano roll screen, not the velocity screen, but on the piano roll screen, rest your mouse there, hold Alt and scroll up, and then that evens them out. There's probably a shortcut button for that. So I just do this, evens everything out, and then I lower it to the velocity where I want it to, which is around here, what is it, 75%? Not too bad, I'll probably lower it a little lower, it's like 62%. It just makes the bass hit softer when it's lower. And then I hit Alt R from here, and I don't do nearly as an aggressive randomization of the note velocities as I did for the chords, if that makes sense. Because if I did, it would look like this, and then you just wouldn't even like hear some bass notes. Like let's listen to this. Yeah, this sub note, especially right here, you probably wouldn't even hear it. You probably just, in a car you feel it probably, but yeah, you just wouldn't even hear it. So that's what I do. So we'll go down to, I don't know, the 62. Yeah, I'll go to 62 and Alt R, and then we make the velocities way less. Then I did bring a melody in for this C section, if you will. And for this melody, it was the same LA Custom softest preset from Keyscape. I want you guys to hear this melody one time. Oh, so basically, I love doing this. I love having 3 of the same patterns and then changing it up at the end. I'm just gonna say at the end because this one I kind of broke my own rule. I usually do 3 of the same pattern and then do a 4th pattern where I switch it, usually around like the 4th section of 4 or 8 bars. This one's kind of following the same thing. Copy 3 of the same patterns and then I switched it up. This would be the 6th pattern, I guess, in every 4 bars. But still, repetition and switching up of the last of the repeated section. If that makes sense. It never fails, I swear. So yeah, that's what I did here. I switched up basically the very last note. I could just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 notes in the scale. I just switched it up, but it hits because variation. It's really cool after a lot of repetition. It works every time. So yeah, for that, for the effects, I have a Hala vintage verb set at 30%. Decimort, I believe the same Decimort, the MPC 60 preset. Then I got, 3900 cutoff on Decimort. Then I got this EQ, taking out some lows, taking out some low mids, rolling some highs. So then I did add a drowned out piano in my B section, which I will show you guys the effects that I use to make that sound, but I will show you guys the sound first. You know, in comparison to this. You feel me? So basically what I did to make that sound was I got the same good old Decimort, the MPC 60 preset, and this cutoff is at 2700 hertz. It's a little more aggressive. Fruity reverb too, with the wet knob at 25% mix. Fruity EQ too, take out some lows, low mids, rolling off a little bit of highs. And this EQ is just for leveling. But yeah, and then I did add some one shots, which do add a lot of personality to this loop, in my opinion. I added them in the middle of 4 bars, at the end of every 4 bars in this sample. So really cool. I'll let you guys hear these one shots first. It really adds like just melodic elements in this fashion. It has a lot of melody, for lack of better words. The sample, because they don't have a melody in this first part, is beautiful though. Basically, for the first effect, we have a Hala vintage verb set at 70% mix for both of those one shots. And for the second effect for both those one shots, we just have an EQ, taking out a good amount of lows, good amount of low mids, rolling on some highs. So that's all that is. And then we have a Gabe Lucas vocal, and homeboy is just raw with the vocals, man. I'll give it to you, Gabe. Shout out, Gabe. Let you guys hear that vocal one time.
I know what you've been going through, and I'm someone you can hold on to. Gotta make some different choices. I'll be where you need me now. Take a breath and let it out. Don't listen to the voices.
So then I did have a pitched up version with some more effects on it. Show you guys how I mix these, but I will show you them first. Then I did have this little drowned out version as well. Pretty dope, man. So I'll let you guys hear how I mixed this joint. So this first vocal got RC20 magnitude transition 2 preset, and this is at a 25% mix in my effect rack. But Hala vintage verb set at 35% mix. Excuse the garbage truck outside, but let's keep going. Got a Waves H delay set at half bar ping pong mode turned on. This is set at 50% mix my effect rack. Got an EQ, cutting off some lows, cutting off some low mids, rolling off some highs in this vocal. And then for this drowned out vocal, what I did is I just bounced that original vocal to audio with all this effects on it. Then I added this Decimort NPC 60 preset. And then I got this cut at 1100 hertz going on top of all the effects of the past vocal. Then I got Hala vintage verb set at 20% mix, pretty EQ, cutting out some lows, low mids, rolling out some highs. It's drowned out vocal. And my apologies to that last vocal. The second one in the B section is pitched up an octave, and this one is as well. But this one is the original vocal, bounced out and pitched up an octave, and with different effects added on top. My first effect added on top is the Decimort NPC 60 preset. And this one we got a cut at 3500 hertz. Hala vintage verb set at 30% mix. Waves H delay set at half a bar ping pong mode turned on. And shaper box. We're messing with the volume. Sidechain. We got sidechain 1 going on set at a quarter bar. That's what gives that like pulsating sound. And EQ taking out some lows, get them out of low mids, and rolling out some highs. This EQ is just for leveling. And yeah, that is the whole sample for you guys. I'll let you guys hear this joint. Let me know what y'all think of it.
I know what you've been going through, and I'm someone you can hold on to. Gotta make some different choices. I'll be where you need need me now. Take a breath and let it out. Don't listen to the voices.
Appreciate y'all for rocking me in this video, y'all. Much love. Again, if you did like the sample, it is available in that Loop Kit Toxic Hours that I did just recently drop. Link to that will be available in the description down below. Much love. Hit that subscribe button too if you guys want to see more samples videos like this one. Join the Prosper Gang. You feel me? And I will see y'all in the next video. Much love.